A very good evening to Ms. Khatija. Today my group will be presenting about foreign exchange market of Maldives, Turkey, Brazil, and Malaysia. First of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Siti Aisha Sadri.
My name is Siti Aisha Bint Azman.
My name is Putri Nalia.
My name is Nur Atika binti Zamri.
For the introduction, the foreign exchange market is a global, decentralized, or over-the-counter market for the trading of currency. Foreign exchange, also known as forex exchange, which usually does not require a large capital to start. The major player in the market are government, usually through their central bank and commercial bank. So by using a triangular arbitrage, it shows the relationship between Malaysia ringgit with other 3 different countries. The arbitrage triangle is a system whereby a person make wise investment and buy stock and then sell at a higher price. Thus, it will generate profit, which the profit will be measured by the difference between 3 foreign currency. Thus, the main purpose of the study is to analyze and show which combination of triangular arbitrage, Malaysia ringgit, Maldives, Turkish lira, and Brazil, which are the best. So the analysis started with developing and determining the history of each country currency, the economic past review, and the SWOT analysis.
Okay, for the first country, which is Maldives, the historic currency for Maldivian rupiah, national cash for the Republic of the Maldives. The Maldivian rupiah is comprised of 100 lari and frequently spoke to by the image of RF or MRF. The name rupiah originates from the Hindi Sanskrit word rupaya and means created silver. Economic past review for the Maldives. The republic is comprised of a chain around 1,192 island atolls in the Indian Ocean of the southern shoreline of India. In 1999, the administration started progressing in the direction of monetary change to grow sense out and empower remote speculations. At once, angling was the essential driver of the Maldivian economy and gave about 90% of the nation pays. Next, for the foreign direct investment for Maldives, FDI streams to the Maldives have been an upward direction in the course of the recent couples of years. FDI streams to Maldives represent USD 552 million of every 2018, an expansion from USD 493 million out of 2017 because of enormous scope the travel industry tasks and interest in discount and development. The Maldives are the third beneficiary of FDI in 2018 and were in top 5 host economies among small island developing states. Second country, which is Turkey, the historic currency of Turkish lira. The new lira, which is presently in the second issue time frame, this cash says use the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus just as in Turkey. The Turkish new lira breaks into 100 new Kurus coins and the lira will regularly have the image YTL appear. First presented in mid 2005, the Turkish new lira is proportionate to 1 million of the old Turkish lira. For the foreign direct investment for the Turkey keep up its situation at the second biggest beneficiary of FDI in West Asia behind Israel. FDI inflows came to USD 12.94 billion of every 2018, edging up USD 11.48 billion of every 2017.
So next we proceed to the historic currency of Brazil. BRL is the cash shortened from image for the Brazilian genuine, the money for Brazil. The Brazilian genuine is comprised of 100 centavos and is frequently given the image R dollar. And then real monetary unit of Brazil, each real, which is a plural reais, is divided into 100 centavos. The the Central Bank of Brazil has the exclusive authority to issue bank notes and coins in Brazil. Coins are issued in a denomination ranging from 1 centavo to 1 real. And then next, economy plus review Brazil. Brazil economy is a difficult situation, and the climate estimate for 2019 is not positive. The nation released upon its fair-driven world exchange, and China easing back interest for this item is a lightning strike. Second point is duty incomes are falling alongside deals. Brazil is in downturn and the spending deficiency is surpassing 9% of total national output (GDP). The economy will decrease by over 3% in 2015. Brazil doesn't have what could be compared to a national keep money with the bazooka fiscal influence of Janet Yellen or Mario Draghi. FDI for Brazil. As indicated by the World Investment Report 2019 distributed by UNCTAD, FDI inflows diminished by 9.4% somewhere in the range of 2017 and 2018 and come to USD 61.2 billion. So Brazil is the seventh beneficiary of FDI on the planet as far as inflows. And then the first in Latin America and Caribbean. So FDI in the nation declined during the primary semester of 2018 for the most part because the pressure intensified with the presidential race as indicated by UNCTAD. So the decrease is because of the financial circumstances and the sharp decrease in M&A bargains. During the year, justice by the Chinese organization occurred half of the level in 2017.
So the last one is Malaysian. Historic currency Malaysian ringgit. The ringgit, informally called the Malaysian dollar, has been Malaysia's authentic cash since 1975. The image of the money is RM, and the cash code is MYR, and the ringgit can be split into 100. The section utilize the 5, 10, 20, 50 cent for the coins, and RM1, 5, 10, 20, 50, and 100 for the certified. Since the 16th century, Malaysia had received the Spanish dollars when it was a piece of European frontline powers. Malaysia supplanted the Spanish silver dollar with the Indian rupee in 1872 just to reintroduce the Spanish silver dollar 30 years after the fact. In Malaysia Economic Past Review, the economy of Malaysia is the third biggest Southeast Asia after Indonesia, Thailand, and is the 35th biggest economy. Work efficiency in Malaysia is essentially higher than in neighboring, which is Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, or Vietnam, because of high tightness of information-based business and selection of forefront innovation. The FDI for the Malaysia is foreign foreign investment in Malaysia has been swinging between USD 9 billion and USD 12 billion since 2010, making the nation perhaps the most evaluated beneficiary of FDI. Malaysia keeps on being alluring venture goal in the midst of rising exchange pressure over the world. The nation is positioned of 12 out 190 economies by the World Bank, and in its Doing Business 2020 report, increasing 3 spots from the earlier year. Okay, for the SWOT analysis, we have choose the country Maldives. For the strength, first, natural resources, which is pristine environment and rich marine resources. Second is strong private sector tourism industry. The third one is fast growing economy, which is the Maldives. Monetary opportunity score is 56.5, making its economy the 119th freeze in the 2020 index. Uh, the last one is stable political environment. The weakness for this country is a narrow economy base. Second, lack of social and physical infrastructure, which is there are hardly any land-based or natural resources. And the last one is very high youth unemployment rate.
So for the opportunities, first, increase foreign investment in the core sector. And the second, diversification of industry through developing local industry. Third is strengthening of institutional capacity in public sector. And the last one is strengthening of governance and economic management. And for threat is rising sea level, tsunami and mismanagement of environment and pollution. And last point is potential fiscal and economic instability.
Okay, proceed to the next chapter 3, which is the calculation. So first of all, I want to introduce myself. My name is Siti Aisha binti Azman. So for the analysis of currency, as you know that we have decided to calculate about the three different countries, which is Turkey, Brazil, Maldives, and including Malaysia. So the exchange currency that doesn't require large capital to start. So the analysis shows the exchange of foreign currency using the arbitrage triangle. So the triangular arbitrage start by having a preparation of three different combination, which is Malaysia to Turkey and Maldives, and the second one Malaysia, Brazil, and Turkey, and the last one is the Malaysia, Maldives, and Brazil. So based on this analysis, these three arbitrage between we have analyzed these three triangular arbitrage between 16 March 2020 until 16 April 2020. So there have been a loss and profit since the currency is up and down. So as an investor, we are given 1 million, and we need to arrange the strategies to make sure that we gain more profit than less at the end of the month. So the market is off between the weekend. So the foreign currency is from Monday to Friday. So between this 16 March until 16 April, so the total days is only 24 days. So based on the calculation, the initial investment is 1 million, and we have divided into three investment, which is from day 1 to day 8 is only 200 million, and we divided into 8 days times 3 arbitrage between, because in 1 days we have 3 triangular average. So for the day 1 until day 8, the investment is 8,333 ringgit, 33 cents. And continuous to day 9 until day 16, the initial investment is 300,000 and divided into 8 days times 3 arbitrage, because in 1 days we have 3 different combination of triangular arbitrage. So the investment for day 9 until day 16 is 12,500 ringgit. And the last 8 days is day 17 until day 24, which is the initial investment is 500,000 divided to 8 days times 3 arbitrage. And the investment is 20,833 ringgit. The reason why we divided into these three investment because we want to make we arrange the strategies to see the comparison between whether the investor investment is effect to the profit or loss. The bigger the investment, the bigger the profit. But it depends on the currency rate on the country. So this is three different triangular arbitrage that finalized. So we can compare between these 3 days of three triangular arbitrage, which is day 9, and day 17. So for the day 1, we can see that the initial investment that we invest is 8,330 ringgit. And this is the 3 combination that I have said before. So for the first combination is the Malaysia, Turkish, and Maldives. The Malaysian invest 8,332 ringgit divided to the 1 unit of Turkey is equal to 0.67418 Malaysian ringgit. So we divided this currency rate instead of times because the lower exchange rate in direct quotation have shown the domestic value is high to be compared with the indirect exchange rate that indicates very low or depreciate domestic currency. Because if we use the multiply of the currency rate, we gain loss at the end. So we decided to use the direct quote, then we gain profit at the end. So as you can see, the comparison between day 1 and day 9, the comparison is the initial investment and the profit. As you can see, the profit is at the end, we can make a hypothesis that the bigger the investment, effect to the higher profit. Okay, so for the last investment, which is 20,832 ringgit in day 17, we can see that the profit is the highest rather than this 2 investment before. So next, the determination of profit and loss. So here we can see the line chart between 3 comparison of combination. So we can see here in Malaysia, Brazil, Turkey, they have a loss. So the strategy for investor to invest 1 million in foreign exchange market within 24 days from 16 March until 16 April 2020 is to achieve the high profitability. So the investor need to make the right decision making on planning to gain profit or facing the loss or deficit. And investors set strategies to start investing at 8,332 ringgit 33 cents for the first 8 days, and 12,500 ringgit for the next 8 days, and the last one is 20,833 ringgit 33 cents for the last 8 days. And this strategy is to make a comparison whether the lower the investment effect the high profit or loss. So the increase the currency rate affect the high profit or loss. As a result, lower exchange rate in direct quotation have shown the domestic value is high. And this lead to the loss of investor. So that direct quote instead of indirect quote to avoid the loss. Next, as a result, lower exchange rate in direct quotation have shown the domestic value is high. So to be compared with the indirect exchange rate that indicates very low or depreciate domestic currency. So so that we use the direct quotation since the investor will get deficit if they use the direct quotes. So this is the two different example that we try to explain because as I said before, if we use the times, then we will gain loss. So this is not good for the investor to invest for that currency rate in that time. So this is the difference because on day 2, as you can see, the investor invests 8,333 ringgit using the 1 unit currency Turkish lira is equal to 0.67358 Malaysian ringgit. So the final answer, the investor will gain a profit. But if we can see the comparison, if the investor use the currency 1 unit Malaysian ringgit is equal to 1.58408 Turkish lira, the investor will gain losses. So this is the thing that investor need to do a wise strategy to gain profit than loss.
To conclude, the purpose of this study was to analyze and explain the relationship between the Malaysian ringgit, Maldives rupiah, Turkish lira, and Brazilian real, which we found that among 4 countries that we chose, Malaysia Economic Review was the worst performing country in terms of currency strength, which we believe that it is due to pandemic coronavirus that happening worldwide right now. So also based on 4 countries that we choose, Malaysia and Brazil real are both developing country, while Turkish lira and Turkish Maldives rupiah are also known as developed country. Thus, it is explained the strongest currency for each country. Also, due to pandemic COVID-19 outbreak, it is shown that it is significantly impact on whole country economic, which lead to recession. Thus, it causes instability of their currency, which investors should do more analysis to consider whether to invest or not. So, as for the recommendation, we recommend that investors should be aware with the current situation to know the performance of economic of country that the investor decide to invest. Yeah, thank you.